All right. Okay. This is my next video. I'm going to talk about being average. How being average don't mean shit in America anymore. Now, by the way, don't confuse being average with mediocrity, okay? I always believe people should try to be the best they can in life. But this whole culture today of hustle 24/7 and hustle and grind, and you've always got to be on your grind and all this shit nonstop. I mean, come on. I mean, what do we have? We have 24 hours in a day. Um, very well, there are people out there that get the breaks. They're not hustling and grinding. So anyway, back to being average. You ever heard of something called the bell-shaped curve? You take one end and the real low end, and you take the low end, and these are people that just aren't functioning like zero, absolute. I guess I don't want to use derogatory language here, but low end of the spectrum as far as making the world better. Then you got everybody at the low opposite end, and they are like outstanding and phenomenal and all that. But then most of us are somewhere in the middle. And that used to be the norm, and that used to be acceptable and okay to be just a functional person, with a job and a place to live and spouse and kids and friends and all that. It was not as difficult to achieve either. Now it's like only there's way too much systemic crap going on, keeping us locked out of that. So, being average, it should be a good thing, and it used to be a good thing. Nowadays, you're practically invisible. If you're average today, you're just invisible to the rest of America. You've either got to be filthy rich, a celebrity, someone with extremely high status on the social totem pole, or you got to be on the opposite end. You got to be some freaky, weird degenerate to get any acclaim today. But what's wrong with being neither of those? You had value as a person in the past if you were somewhere in that middle of the spectrum. I want to know, am I alone in feeling this way? I hope not. That's why I want to hear from you guys. If you feel like my feelings are justified, and feeling like there's like you don't exist if you're not like some kind of someone with celebrity status or something. You have to be pigeonholed in some way into some niche, and it has to be a niche that the mainstream society actually cares about. So that's one of my other beefs with society today. How we don't really have any value unless we are at this one of these extreme ends. It's like everybody and everything is polarized in America. Do you notice? Can't explain it, but it's like, there isn't any room for nuance or subtlety or shades of gray. And like I said, I don't think America has always been this way. I think this is a relatively new phenomenon. But it's like, where is room for someone who is happy with an average life? I know people like that are out there. So if that's you, let me hear from you. Let me know that I'm not alone in feeling like you either have to be on one of these opposite ends of the spectrum to have any value today. Because you still see lightning bow. You can still see fireflies outie. I think that's kind of cool. But I don't really feel like people like me matter in this society. I mean, maybe I'm just too boring. And I mean, I've always thought of myself, due to things in the past, I've always thought of myself as neurodivergent and weird or a little eccentric. I mean, that's my growing up years were like. But these days, I don't know. I guess I thought as time went by, being neurodivergent would seem more acceptable, but I don't get that impression. You have to fit something. I don't know what it is, but you have to fit this criteria of what's acceptable, and or else people will just think you're a square, you're boring. I mean, I hear geese honking. I wonder where they're going. It's too early to fly south for the winter. Besides, I am south, so I don't see them, but I hear them. I love nature, by the way. I think you figured that out. I hate modern society. Cities are not fun to live in, and I hate suburbs. Suburbs are boring and regimented, but the country is nice. You go into rural areas in America, you can see some semblance of nice and laid back and normal. But anyway, well, that's pretty much my ramble for today. Society is polarized. Only certain types of people are valued in today. The rest of us, I don't know. Where do we belong? Where do we fit in? Okay, well, that's about it. I guess I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.